It is day 13 of our listing challenge. Hey friends, it's Stephanie from Three Queens Resale. In this video, we're going to get our daily dose of motivation, and I'm going to share with you 5 brands that I always pick up at the Goodwill Bins. So if that sounds good, stay tuned.
Let me set the scene. We hustle hard, second green, living out the dream. From clothes and kicks, we got that vintage flair. You name it, we got it. All the styles you want to wear. Started small, now we grow.
Welcome on in, friends. It's day 13 of our listing challenge. To keep me consistent on coming on social media and engaging with you guys, but also to get all of our reselling businesses ready for 2026 by eliminating those death piles, organizing our inventory, and setting up best practices as we move in to a new year, closing out 2025 and preparing for 2026. So no need to wait till January 1st to start. Let's start today. So if you haven't hopped on our listing challenge, make sure you set a goal. Let me know down in the comments how many items you plan on listing each day. I have a minimum of 5 I'm going to list each day. And if you've been hanging out, let me know how your listing is going. And also let me know in the comments down below if something you have listed during the challenge has already sold. Well, today, friends, we are going to talk about the Goodwill Bins and 5 brands that I can find there consistently that are kind of the backbone of my reselling business. So I went into my list perfectly, looked up some data, and I'm going to share with you the top 5. So we'll start from the bottom and work up. From me, well, and these might not be the top 5, but they're 5 that I picked. Eileen Fisher. I have sold 57 items, and this is in the last 5 years. 5 years. I've been reselling 7 years. 57 items from Eileen Fisher, and I currently have 14 listed and 0 in drafts. I have an incredibly good sell-through rate with Eileen Fisher, and I can find it pretty consistently at the bins. What I noticed is larger sizes do best, but also if it's not a large size, those cashmere, wool blend, knit sweaters, more substantial pieces, definitely grab those up. I would leave behind, actually, I wouldn't leave anything behind. Go ahead and grab it up if it's in good pre-owned condition. Eileen Fisher at the Goodwill Bins, of course. We're only talking about the bins because sometimes things can get really priced up at regular Goodwills, and we don't want to fool with that. Next brand that I have on my list is Free People. I have sold 113 pieces of Free People in the last 5 years, and I have currently 25 listed and 2 in drafts that I need to write descriptions for. Also, I don't find it every time I go to the bins, but multiple pieces a week. And also, I want to caveat, these do not include the items that I have sold in live shows, only the ones that I've sold listed items. So Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari. I've sold countless others of these brands in live shows. But yes, so Free People, of course, those coats and jackets do well. We the Free and Free People Beach does not get as high a return, but I still pick it up, friends. It is a brand that is extremely expensive. If you've gone into the retail store, like the last time I was in the retail store this fall shopping with my youngest daughter, that one, I think I saw socks that were $36. So yeah, it's an expensive find, and it's something that people are looking for in good to excellent pre-owned condition. So definitely look for that. And don't be fooled by Poof, because it also has that same gold bar in its tag. Make sure it says Free People. Next brand for me has been Anthropologie. I have sold 137 pieces of Anthropology. I still have quite a bit left to sell, 65 unsold pieces and 2 in drafts, but I do pick up a lot of it. Because I find a lot of it. I love to pick up the sweaters, blouses, dresses. Sometimes I can price it a little on the high side. And I will say this with Anthro, look up the actual brand. For instance, Diletta does not do very well for me. There's another one, but Knitted and Knotted does. Sleeping on Snow sweaters do. Wooden Ships do. So definitely look up the item. I would even do a Google Lens search for it because you can find a lot of the stock photos out there, making them easier to list. Next up for me is Nike. I have sold 187 pieces of Nike on my platforms in the past 5 years, and I currently have 65 listed. Now, Nike does encompass both genders and children's, and apparel, coats, shoes, jackets, outerwear. So there's a lot to Nike. I would say I like to focus on the specialty items. So I've sold Nike cheerleading shoes, Nike wrestling shoes, Nike track cleats, but the Nike dry fit outerwear pieces, Nike golf. Don't just stick to like the basic Nike. And I would also go ahead and do Google Lens so that you can make sure it's worth picking up, because not all Nike is created equal, but it is sought after. So definitely, and it doesn't always flip for a lot, but definitely if you see it in the bins, go ahead and give it a look up. And my last brand, and it should be no surprise, but it probably is. It is Torrid. I am a plus size girl. Well, I'm not physically plus size anymore, but I love to pick up Torrid. I've sold 218 pieces. I have 33 that are currently listed, which those will probably go this week in my Tuesday Torrid Whatnot show. And like I said, these numbers don't include the pieces that I've moved on Whatnot, just what I've sold on the platforms. So I've sold 218, and I currently have 15 in drafts to list. There is a following for it. It is extremely expensive in the store, and it is contemporary plus size fashion, which covers from ages, plus size girls are in middle school all the way to the old folks home. And so I think it's just such a wide variety of people that are looking for those, 3X, 2X, 3X, 4X pieces. And so I love to pick it up, and I can typically find at least one piece every time I go to the bins. So let me know down in the comments, what brands do you find every time that you go to the bins and that are the backbone of your reselling business, so I can be looking for them when I go. And keep listing, friends. We are chugging right on and starting December in just a few days. So I will see you for day 14 tomorrow.
Resale, let me set the scene. We hustle hard, second green, living out the dream. From clothes and kicks, we got